Hello, this is the AEA Challenger Pro 30 caliber, and what I've been trying to do is pull the most possible foot-pounds out of it that I can. My air compressor broke. I spent about 6 hours switching around the heat catheter or dissipation catheter, fixing and replacing parts, and I finally got this aired up to about 4,150 psi. But what's interesting, and now the chronograph just shut off, what's interesting about this particular foot-pound test is that this is a 308 that I've reduced down to a 299 this time. I did an episode where achieving quite the foot-pounds. I can't recall right off the gate, but anyhow, this is at 34 yards, and I'm just gonna see what happens. The chronograph is, if it'll read and everything. First off, whoops. So 759.9, so 760, and this is a 100 grain size down to 299 instead of 300. My other testing for foot-pounds were 300. Why I'm doing this is to see not if I can group at all. I don't really care. I just need to know what the numbers are. And 746.2. And I believe what this is telling me is that I'm better off using a 300 without even looking at the foot-pound calculations. And 745. I was pretty sure that I should have stuck with a 300, but this is the only way to actually know. 742 feet a second, 742 feet a second. Now, because I pull these all the way back from a 308 to a 303 to now a 299, 744, and I only started at a 4150. This is at 34 yards, and I'm in no sense or shape trying to group. And in fact, these have skirts because I didn't even razor blade them off. There's so much extra lead that, whoops, I'll have these chronograph numbers listed on the title card that I've been learning how to do. And anyhow, please like and subscribe. This stuff, like this, took me over 7 hours to do all the setup and do all the sizing and getting things casted and getting the air compressor to work partially. And that's 746. Because those likes and subscribes I do see now, they matter. And again, I'm trying to just get numbers and reached over to grab another round. If I had my shirt and my chest rig on, I could be reloading. That's 737. Also, I've had enough requests. That's 739. I've had enough requests. There will be a photo at the beginning of this demonstration. It's a brand new 457 boat tail, and it comes out, hey Jack, and it comes out at, uh-oh, my bad, I was 738. I totally missed torso Timmy, but 738 feet a second. But anyhow, this boat that Matthew Ross specifically asked about, he asked about 734. He asked whether or not I casted that size, so I went ahead and bought that mold. It came in for a minute into the stock and was immediately sold out, and just how it's been going. 738. And one thing I was going to say about the boat tail, it's exactly what I was hoping to be, and I look forward, even though I bought the cart before the horse, meaning I don't even have the gun. But Matthew Ross, you're number one if you want to be the first one to give him a test. How's about you and I figure something out for you to cover a shipping label and a few bucks for a donation, and you can go ahead and test some of them. And anyhow, here, these could go in faster, but I'm looking at the skirts. They literally have skirts on them, 715, so there you can see my 4150 top off fill has been quite effective for this large of a round. And you got to keep in mind, this just happens to be they're hitting in the same spot. This is sighted in for a Diablo. Very nice Magnum, 690. The other thing, guys, is you can always hit the lower right hand corner and speed me up. It's in the settings. It looks like a gear. And okay, so I have all these different presses that I've done, and they all have about a 1 mil skirt on them for such an elongated slug. And anyhow, I think that's good enough. I'll go ahead and put those numbers up, and please hit like or subscribe. I'm only going to be putting this kind of content up. My next ones will be, I'll take it out further down the range, assuming I can get the Yong hen to work. And tomorrow I should have a new compressor to be able to get it up to 4,500 and see some real stretched out foot poundage. Thank you.